on mindvalley.com/extraordinary. Here's a second exercise you can do to be unfuckwithable. And this is simply the self-gratitude exercise for appreciating yourself. We spoke about this exercise in chapter 4. This exercise is a powerful way to shut down the meaning-making machine. It also helps combat negative childhood indoctrination that might have caused you to feel unworthy. Simply think about what is it about you as a human being that you love. Is it your sense of humor? Or maybe your taste in books? Why, thank you. Did you give a big tip to your last waiter? Maybe it was your commitment to daily personal growth, or the fact that you have a good amount of cash sitting in a bank account. Or maybe it's that you're broke, but you're still happy. You can identify qualities that are big or small, but particularly if your meaning-making machine is working overtime, make sure you pinpoint 3 to 5 things every day that make you proud to be who you are. I do this exercise daily in the morning as I wake up, alongside my gratitude practice. By all means, go ahead and express gratitude for the events of your day or the beauty of life, but make sure you include yourself in your inventory of life's beauty by expressing gratitude for all those things that make you so gosh darn beautiful as a human being. Notice what difference it will make in the rest of your day. And here's a third exercise to help you become unfuckwithable. This exercise is about becoming present. It's an exercise to remove sudden fear and anxiety. Every now and then, you might need a quick fix to get back to your unfuckwithable state when sudden anxiety creeps in. It happens to me too. It was a regular family Sunday, November 2015. Halloween had just ended, and I'd recently returned from a 2-week trip with my wife and kids that included a visit to Universal Studios in Orlando and attending A-Fest in Costa Rica and visiting friends in LA and Phoenix. It was so good to be home. But as I sat in a local restaurant with my family, I sensed something was off. Inside my chest, I felt my heart beating unnaturally fast. I felt an unusual, gnawing pain within. It was part fear, part anxiety. I guess being away for 2 weeks had its cost. I was returning to work as a CEO of a growing company, but I was feeling overwhelmed. 400 plus emails were waiting to be answered. The manuscript of my new book, this book, was due in 2 weeks. And then there were family errands, a sleeping baby in a stroller next to me, and an 8-year-old who needed help eating. I felt so unpleasant and so overstressed. I felt the weight on my shoulders of all the things I ought to be doing next. Suddenly, I remembered advice from a friend, the author Sonia Choquette. And that advice is, be present. So, I did a technique I learned from Sonia. I took my attention away from the fears and worries. Instead, I focused on the leaves of the plant on the restaurant table before me. I noticed the subtle veins running through the leaves, observed the sunlight falling on the green surface, and used my fingers to feel the texture and pliability of the stem. In 1 minute, I felt as if I just popped a relaxation pill. Everything went almost back to normal. This is the power of becoming focused on the present. It takes your mind off whatever stress, fear, judgment, anger, or frustration you're having with the world or the people in it. And it forces you to remember who you are and to be present in the now. The next time you feel an apparent urge to lose your cool, or you feel judged, insulted, or hurt by loved ones, remember to be present. This quick mental hack to autocorrect your mental state can instantly pull you out of stress and anxiety and return you to happiness in the now. When I interviewed Ariana Huffington, she shared a profound tip for how she gets present-centered. It's about focusing on the rising and falling of your breath for 10 seconds whenever you feel tense, rushed, or distracted. Ariana said, this allows you to become fully present in your life. You know about the thread that Ariadne gave to Theseus so that he could find his way out of the labyrinth after he killed the Minotaur? The thread for me is my breath. Returning to it during the day, hundreds of times when I get stressed, when I get worried, when judgments come up, has been an incredible gift, and it's available To all of us, there's nobody alive who is not breathing. I love that. So, whether it's focusing on your breath or becoming present centered by focusing on the table you're sitting at or some element of the room you're in, the idea of becoming present centered is an effective way to relieve stress and anxiety and bring you back to your unfuckwithable state. The paradox of being unfuckwithable. Shortly after filming Marissa Pierce speaking at an event, Al Ibrahim, our cameraman, realized he had a question about this matter of being enough. So he asked Marissa about it. In a nutshell, his question was this: if it is true that I am enough, and if we don't need to get validation or praise from others, what is the driving force that pushes us to do big things in the world? What would prevent us from just being happy couch potatoes, doing nothing but enjoying the present?